Everyone, my name is Larry Chin. Thank you all so much for coming and watching my YouTube channel. Today I want to teach you how to create a dashboard using Excel sheet. But before I continue, please go down below. There are two links. The first one is to join our WhatsApp group to have more content, and also the second link there is to be able to download the content of this sheet, the data set, to use and practice. It is really advisable that you practice as you watch some of my videos or lessons. But today we are going to be creating a beautiful dashboard. But of course, I'm not going to focus so much on making it beautiful. It's just to show you some of the skills that we are going to be putting in place in order to come out with that dashboard. For instance, we are going to be using if statements to come out with results. We have three columns. The first column is telling us about school ABC. The second one is showing us the children who are part of this school. And we have segregated that particular data in two, male and female. And the third column there shows us there are different marks. And then we're going to be creating the fourth column where we are going to be using if statements. This is to come up with a result based on the criteria that we are going to put in place for those who pass and those who failed. And then later on, we are going to be creating pivot tables to come up with some visuals, both column chart and pie chart, and then creating a dashboard that shows all this. But amazingly, again, we're going to be coming in with another tool called Slicers. Please, all these are very important. Those of you who want to become data analysts, data scientists, and also information managers, and also data engineer, these lessons are very good for you. Please jump in. Let's jump in so I show you how this is done. So right now we are in our Excel sheet and we want to create a dashboard using this Excel sheet. Okay, just pay attention and see how this is done. Right here we have three columns. We have marks, we have sex, we have schools. What we want to do in this data, we want to find out children who are coming from school A, B, C, and we have segregated these children in two parts, male and female. And we are looking at their different marks that they had maybe during an exam or a public or private exam, whichever one you choose. So what we are doing here is that we want to first of all find out about these marks. We want to see in this other column those who have failed and those who have passed. And according to this video, we are assuming that anyone who has above 50 has passed and anyone who has below 50 has failed. Okay, according to this tutorial, it could be different in other areas. So what we are going to do here now, first of all, is always a good practice to check your data to see how clean it is. Okay, so before we do that, I want us to first of all come here and put results. Okay, this column is for results. So we are going to come here and use the if statement. Okay, the if statement is important. Those of you who have not follow our videos on if statement. This is why if statement is important. So I will start with equals to here, and then I'll just click tab on my keyboard, and then it says logical test. Okay, so the logical test here is that I want to test this cell, anything that is in this cell, if it is above 50, okay, comma, then I want to see pass, and I open my quotations because I'm writing a text right now. Okay, in past tense, and I close, and I put another comma, and I say if not so, I want to see failed. I still open my quotations and I write fail in that quotation, and I close my bracket. You see what I've done here? If you look up here, it's the same formula. It's extremely easy. These formulas are easy. All you need to do is to practice on how to use them. I'm going to put this content on a link below for you to download this from a Google Sheet. Okay, and then I click OK. Once I click OK, it gives me this result fail, and then I just bring my mouse here. It turns to this small black plus, and I double click, and it shares the result. It shares the formula right down here. You see now, this is very important. So it shows us those who are above 50 pass and those who are below 50 failed. Okay, so we are done with the first step. So let's move to the second step. The second step is simple. Just go around here, try to go to data up here, and then you click filters, and then you come down here under sex. It shows that sex is okay, male and female. We have two unique values. There's no dirty on this data. You go here, we have three unique values, A, B, C. If we had empty cells, you would have seen it indicated here. Okay, that is why this practice is good. And then we go under here as well. We have two unique values, fail and pass. If we had anything wrong, you will see it indicated here, and then we can clean it out. Okay, we'll be doing that in other videos. So right now our table, our content is good to go.
So in this next step, we just have to go ahead, click anywhere within this data here, and then go up to insert, and then you click pivot tables, and then you see that automatically it comes and choose the whole area here, and then it says, do you want to go to a new sheet? We say yes, we want to go to a new sheet. We choose existing sheet, is going to appear and going to make our work really dirty, especially you who is watching. It's going to make things difficult for you. So we want to say new sheet, worksheet, and then we click OK. It opens up in another area, and according to this data, we'll be looking at pivot tables that are going to be showing us children who have failed and passed from school A, children who have failed and passed from school B, and so on. So since we are going to be starting with school A, we are going to come here in this new sheet where pivot table brought us, double click, and then we name this as A. You see, you can do this in other contexts. We are just being flexible here and make our work clean, and also keep track in order not to get confused as we move ahead. So right now, since I know that we want to look at schools that have failed and passed in school A, we are going to come here and then we go here. I want you to check something here that is very important. I want to move this to this area so you can see what I'm doing very well. Perfect. So right now, you see that pivot table gives us this option. It gives us filters, it gives us columns, it gives us rows and values. So you're going to see how we use these three areas in order to automatically bring our tables on. So right now, I want to check the schools and I want to check their results. Perfect. So you see that right now I have here, it gives me A, those who have failed and passed, B, those who have failed and passed, C, and so on. So I just want us to make a table and also a visual just for school A. So what I'm going to come here, it means I have to filter. So what I'm going to come here, I'm going to come here, still take these names of school and bring it under filter here. You see now the role of this one, this filter, is that I'm able to have different options to select. So if I come up here, when I put this under filter here, you see that it appears up here as name of schools. Are you seeing now? So I can come under here and choose just school A, and then I click OK, and then it gives me just result for school A. Are you seeing now? And then amazingly now, if I click in this school A to create a visual, and I come to insert, I come here and I choose to take maybe one of these charts, maybe the column chart, and I click. Now let me move this back again and I show you something here that is very important. Perfect. You see that right here, there's no flesh in this chart. Why? Because I am supposed to come here, take this result and bring it under values here. Okay? When I bring it under values here, it starts counting and then filling up this flesh of the column of this visual. Okay? Take note of that. It's very important. So right now, I have brought it under these values, which is count. So it's counting and giving me those who have passed in school A and those who have failed in school A. I can come here and still filter and choose school B, and it will give me the same. But now we are on school A. Let's just focus on that and then move to the next. So if I come now to make my visuals clean, I'm going to click here, and then I right click, it says delete, and I delete these grid lines in the middle here. Okay? And I delete them to make my visuals clean. And I click here and I also delete. And then I click here and I right click here, and it says hide all fields button chart, and I hide that away. And then I click here and I right click, and it says add data labels, and I add it up. You see how it brings my data label here. Another thing I want to show is that I can bring this result which shows pass and fail under this legend. Legend simply means it brings me another option where it shows me clearly. You see, these are my legend here now. It shows me clearly the color for those who have failed and the color for those who have passed. This makes my data clean and well understood by management or anybody who is watching, including you who is watching. So if I come here now and I click and I go up here to analyze design, okay, it shows me this option here that says add chart elements. Okay, these are options that can be different in different versions of Excel. I'm using the 2.13 version. If you have other versions, you can see it somewhere else, but make sure that you understand this and you can be able to look for this, okay, in your own Excel sheet. So right here, I say I want my title to go above, and I click, and I can just come here and say result of A. Results of A. You see now, so this visual is done. Okay, I can still come here again and I delete this total under here. You see my visual is very clean. So if you look at this video, you can know that in school A, you have those who failed and those who passed, and these are those who failed and passed. So if I go now to the same data again, and I still do the same, go to insert, those of you who are not understood, and I click OK again. Since we are going to be dealing with sheet school B, I'll come here and I write B. You see now. And then I click in here, come again here, click my name of school, click my result, bring my name of school under column, when I click here, I bring my name of school under filters here, okay? and then I come here and I select B because we selected A, and I click OK. And once I click OK here, I take my result again and I click under values here, okay, and it gives me values, and I click in there, and then I go to search, insert, sorry, and I go and I choose maybe another kind of chart, and I right click, delete, no, sorry, and I right click in the middle here, and I right click and I delete, and I come here and I come here immediately, and then I delete, and then I come here, right click, and then I hide all the buttons, and then I come here and then I put my data labels on. Now they're appearing in the middle here, and data label format series, perfect, yes, I'll prefer them to appear there. And then I come here again, I bring my result, bring it under legend here, okay. So now we are learning different things here, okay. You are going to be so amazed. So right here, if I come here and I right click, you see that it changed my bucket. I want to make this a little bit this style such that we can see the text of what I'm using. So you just have to be creative when you are using or dealing with some of these tools. You just have to be creative. So we want to use a text that is going to allow viewers to see what we are doing here very quick. You see now, and then I shift this right here, and then I can still come here again and right click, go to font. So I'm just showing you how to do many things here, okay. And I make the font size bigger from this position, and then I come right here and I choose bold, okay, and then it makes it, when I click OK, you see that it's bigger now and bold. I can still come here, do the same, go to font, and then go right here, make it bigger, 11 plus, and then I come here to regular. This is just showing you different options on how to manipulate when you are dealing with your pivot tables. And then I right click here and I delete. And then now we go now to the other here. I'm going, no, sorry, we have to put the title here. So right here, I'll just go here, go to design, go to chart, and then I go to chart title, go to above, and then I just put B result, okay. And then I just put B result. This is fun once you master this, okay. B result. You see, this is my new second table. So if I go again to the same data and I right click, go to insert, go here. I'm doing this severally for you to capture something, okay. And then I go here and then I choose name of school. Again, it appears under rows. I can bring it under column here. You see that it will appear under column here. I can still do it that way, and I bring my result, it falls under rows now, and then I bring this result under values here, and then I take the same name of school, bring it under filter because we want to filter, okay. And then I come here, go now to C, and then I click OK, and then it gives me C, and then I come now, click in this cell, and then I go right up here to insert again, and then I take another visual, which is pie chart, okay. And then I prefer to take this kind of pie chart. You see now, so these are different ways that you can deal with pivot tables. And then I come here, right click, and then I put my data labels on. You can see them there, and then I just right click here, and then I hide all my buttons, okay. And then I come here again, and then I go right up to design, go to chart, take my chart, okay, chart title, go up there, and then I just say C results, okay. See results. This is more fun, and then that's it. I can still come here as we did previously and make this bigger. We can also make this bigger here by right clicking and then coming to font again and then saying that we want to make this big. That's our legend, we are making it big. So just learn to right click and do things, okay. So here I've made this bigger. You see that we have also made this bigger. I showed you previously how to also make this text here bigger, okay, and this is how we do it. So amazingly, now that we have created all our three tables, three visuals, I'll just put C here. One thing I want you to take note is that we are going to be connecting these three tables on our slicer because we have to slice by sex. When we get there, I'll tell you what that means. So right now, what we'll do, don't delete these different tables after creating the dashboard. So what we are going to do now, we are going to create a different sheet like this, and we are going to call it dashboard. We'll just put, I'll just put dashboard. DB stands for dashboard, okay. And I'll come up here, come up to preview here, right here. I'll go to view, sorry, and it says grid lines. So I'm going to take all the grid lines off. You see that it makes it very plain and clean. So right here now, I'll come to the first A here. I'll right click here, Control C, and I come to my DB dashboard, and then I Control V. I paste it here, okay. So right now we want to create our dashboard, okay. This is just a rough work I'm doing. You can make this even more beautiful, especially women and girls. I know you know how to mix colors and make things beautiful. Yeah, I think that if you're watching this, you're going to be able to do more. in terms of matching those colors and making it more beautiful, even more than what I'm doing here. I'm just here to teach you some of the skills for you to master them. I'm not really trying to make this really beautiful, but just to teach you some of the skills for you to be able to master this and be able to create even a better dashboard than what I'm doing right here. Okay, Control C, and then I come here and then I click Control V. Okay, so those of you who are researchers, those of you who are students, those of you who are lecturers, this is good for you. Those of you who want to work in industries where you analyze data, is very good for you. Okay, right now there's something I want to show you here. So this is my dashboard. I can come up here and then I write something really beautiful up here. Okay, I can come up here and I make this give it a color. Okay, that's I can come up here and I give it a color like this, and I can double click and I write something, hello school dashboard. Okay, I can just write school dashboard. Okay, school dashboard. Okay, I can just write school dashboard, and then I can select this again, and then I come to merge and center here, and then I can come here and make this bold. Okay, I can make this, I can give it different, I can make it bigger, you know, I can just do a lot of things, but here again is making my visual even more complex. So what I can do here is I can select the whole of this area and I merge it. Okay, perfect, and I merge and center here. So now it gives me everything that I want. It shows me my school dashboard here. Okay, so that's it, school dashboard. Just see it that way. You can make it even more beautiful. Okay, but there's something I want to show you which is very important. If I click on this dashboard here, on this dashboard, and I come to insert, you show something here or that calls slicer. This thing is called slicer. This item here is called slicer. So if I click my slicer here, you see that it opens up. Now this slicer indicates that the data that I used to design one of these visuals has name of schools, name of sex, name of marks, and then results. So I want to slice by sex. So if I click sex here and I click OK, you see that all the other options goes away and then sex remains, male and female. The idea that we slice is because I want to be able to click female, and then it shows me all the females that pass from this visual and all the female that failed. I want to be able to click male, and it shows me all the male that passed and all the male that failed. Okay, that's the idea. And once I bring my slicer back to normal, it shows me that out of this 14 we have male and female, and out of this 18 we have male and female, because I have chosen male and female on my slicer. Okay, that's the amazing idea with slicers. So right here there's another thing I want you to know. Right now when I click here, it affects just this visual. When I click here, it affects just this visual. I want it to connect to all the other visuals, so it's easy. So all I need to do is right click on this slicer here, goes to report connection, and I click, and then it indicates here with this small option that comes on here. You see now, so it tells us that we are only connected to pivot table 2. So we want to connect to pivot table 1 and pivot table 3, and then we click OK. So right now when I click female, you see that it changes. Okay, all the visuals, they change. Let me show you very well. Now when I click male, you see that it changes. If I click female, it changes. So it tells me that in terms of female, in school B, 9 female passed, 8 failed. In school A, 11 female failed, 6 passed. In school C, 7 female passed and 7 female failed. So you see that from here we can analyze results in classrooms, results of public exams, results of so many places, even when you are doing capacity building wherever you are. I can make this even more beautiful. I just wanted to keep this very simple, and also to let you know that right now you can start learning this. Another last tip I want to show you is that these 3 slicers that you see here, if you want to send this report to somebody somewhere, okay, please, you need to come here and hide this other sheet. This is what you do. Just hide these other sheets like this. You have to hide this other sheet, and then now you have your dashboard, and then you also hide your, you see, you hide the other data set. Right now it is on. Why are we hiding? You might be asking, why didn't we delete? If you delete those sheets, okay, then you will not be able to connect to this particular item, okay, because that pivot table is still active. That is why I can press female, it changes. I press male and it changes. That's the first thing. Also, to bring this on, you can right click on this stuff and then you go to unhide, and then you see the different data. But I want to bring A back and show you something. Now A is back, and I want to click in this data here. You see that when you go to A, you don't find, something is missing. If I click to A and I right click, there is a show field list. Okay, this is something I wanted to learn as well. It says show field list. If I let me shake this video up a little bit so I show you. I want you to see it very clearly. If I right click here, it says show field list, and I click, you see that this option comes back to normal. It comes back on. But what I want to show you here is that when you go to value here and you right click, not left click, you right click, not you right click, you left click, not right click, you go to view field setting and you click. You see that here we are counting. Why are we counting? Let me show you why we are counting here. We are counting because if I go to the data itself and I click, perfect. We are counting because we are counting each cell like like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you getting now? So we are counting each cell. Now, if we were to be summing, for instance, and we come here and we right click like this, and we right click and we go to view value settings and we say sum, okay, and then we click OK. You see that there is nothing here. Why? Because when you come to our data set, all we have is text, and we cannot sum text. Okay, if we had marks, we can sum marks, because summing means you are saying 50 plus 54, which is 104. Okay, and counting simply means 1, 2, which is, it means that we'll be counting these two cells as 2. But if we want to sum, we are summing each item in the cell. I just wanted to let you know with this feedback. I just wanted to let you know. And right here, if you see that we go back even to our dashboard, sorry, it has changed. You see, it has changed. So anything you do there, it changes on your dashboard. You must be careful because they are linked together. Okay, so if we go back and then we do this correction, we move from sum to count, it brings it back on. Okay, I think this was necessary for you to understand. You see how this works. So if we go back to our dashboard, you see that it is on there. Okay, so and this is good also because I can still come here again and I add data sets here. Okay, and I add more data sets here, but this will be possible when I turn this into a table and I add more data sets, and then automatically our dashboard will be updating. But to hide this again, to hide this again, I just need to come here in any visual and I right click and it says hide field setting and I hide it, and this goes off and this becomes our dashboard. It can be more beautiful like this. This is just something I wanted to just let you understand how to perform some of these specific skills. Okay, this wasn't about making it look beautiful or making it look complex. It was just about to show you how you can create a dashboard. Thank you all so much and keep learning and building. Okay, ciao ciao.
Thank you all so much for coming and watching my YouTube channel. Please share this video to your mothers, to your parents, to your sisters in secondary school, university, wherever they may be. Those of you who are looking forward to getting a career abroad or home, please, these skills are very important for you to start mastering them. Okay, and I want to tell you that the current economy moving forward is technology. You have to be technology savvy to be able to meander within the challenging economy. Thank you all so much, and only see you next time in my other video. Remember to give it a thumb up if this was good.